Well, I know it can be a difficult time when you're waiting for something to happen in GTA Online, and particularly when we know there's a new DLC on the horizon coming out next Tuesday, the 15th of December 2021. And here's some of the things that I like to do when I'm bored in GTA Online. If you're very rich and you've got all of the businesses and properties and you don't really need to run heists or sell product or anything like that because you've just got a few hundred million in your bank, you won't really need to spend your time grinding. And although I'm a money grinder, I do spend quite a lot of time in GTA Online not grinding, because by this point I already own everything in the game and I've got enough money to buy it all over 5 times again. I've got plenty of money for the new DLC, so here's some of the things I'm doing while I'm bored and rich and waiting for the new DLC. First up, it's flying around the map in some of my planes or helicopters. I mean, I really love that. I'm not a griefer ever, so you will never find me blowing anybody up just for the fun of it. And I should say as well that these activities that I do are not griefing. You know, there are plenty of things you can do. You can just go around and terrorize people, but that just doesn't get me going. So here's what I do. I just fly around the map, try and get some cool footage, see what happens. Sometimes something happens. If I can run some headhunter or something like that and see if I can do it with my helicopters or planes, I'll do that. Next up, I head over to my workshop, my arena workshop, and no, I am not playing Arena War. That's one thing I just cannot stand doing. However, I do love playing with my Arena War vehicles. I've got them all modified, maxed out, and I pick one of them and go out into a public lobby and just cause some carnage. Again, I'm not terrorizing people, can't be bothered with that. I just like taking the vehicles out. They're very difficult for other players to get hold of you in them anyway, although they're not particularly well armored, but they do have all these really cool features, decent weapons, a massive jump, and it is a lot of fun. And people just don't know what to do usually when they see one of the Arena War vehicles in the map. It's just something they're not used to, so I love going out there and getting up to mischief. I always try to find other players in the lobby that I can play with, and other players that seem friendly and they want to get up to some stuff, but very often people are just busy doing their own thing, so I'm just mulling around. And here I'm headed over towards the casino because that's where my next activity is. So the casino has a whole load of stuff you can do. Obviously, if you're a member and you've got your penthouse, you can have a high roller table in your penthouse, and that's what I tend to do. I like playing blackjack, and I will get 50k in chips and just see what happens. Sit down for an hour or so and just see what I can walk away with. And I try to challenge myself to figure out exactly, a lot of the time blackjack, the dealer is they have a soft 17. It's kind of difficult for you to overpower them for long and get lots and lots of wins out of them, but I try to do my best. And as I say, a little challenge. If I start with 50k, I want to walk away from the table with 60k or 70k or 80k or even more. Keep the bets low, usually around 3,000, just to so you're not getting emotionally damaged by losing lots of money. And obviously don't do it if you can't afford it. And remember, walk away when you're winning, because there's nothing like walking away from a blackjack table as a winner. But there's nothing worse than walking away having just bombed 50k in the table. So if you see that you're not getting any money back, just chuck it in, give it up, and go down and have a look at the horses instead. But I do love playing a bit of blackjack, and I can do that in the casino downstairs, or if you have the high roller table in your penthouse, just do it there. But it is fun, and it is something that I love to do if I'm bored and I don't really know what to do. And of course, you can't get griefed inside your casino. So, next up, I love racing, and that might surprise some people because I don't really make a lot of videos on racing, but it's not really the kind of thing I do. I'm not particularly good at it, which might answer the question as to why I don't make a huge number of videos, but I do really enjoy it, and I particularly like the open wheel series because I'm a big F1 fan. And I also like the street series as well, the street racing, the brand new series, but I also sometimes just do random races. I really don't like the stunt races. That's the only thing I won't do, because I find it a bit frustrating. But the actual races like this I really enjoy. I usually try to limit the amount of contact that can go on during the race, because I can't stand it when someone just smashes you out of the way, unless it's a particularly different, like a carnage race or something like that, but not when you're doing something like this. You shouldn't be smashing people out of the way. But I really enjoy racing, so you'll find me quite often, if there's nothing going on and I don't need any not making any money, I'll just be hanging out on a racetrack, usually in one of my open wheel vehicles. I've got most of the new vehicles all maxed out as well. And it is a huge adrenaline rush when you're racing around at top speeds, 200 miles an hour. And of course you don't win all the time, and sometimes you lose, and it can be frustrating. But again, it's about just trying something different in GTA Online, and I urge you to give it a go and have a look at some of these activities if you're bored and you don't really know what to do, instead of going around and terrorizing everybody else and blowing them up. Last but not least, I love to hang out on my Galaxy Super Yacht, just chill, and if there's any of my crew or any of my friends in the lobby, I'll invite them over, we'll have a party or whatever. But I love just chilling out in the old hot tub, and it does make for a great video as well. So let me know what you get up to in GTA when you're bored and rich and waiting for the new DLC. Of course, we don't have much longer to wait, and I'm super excited about bringing all that content to this channel, so don't forget to like and share and follow, and check out the TikTok channel as well. Take care, stay safe, I'll be back soon.